Adriana Smith delivery proves that not only are Black women the blueprint, but they are the experiment as well.
So there's an update in the Adriana Smith story. That's the woman that the state of Georgia has kept a brain dead body so that she can incubate our unborn child. Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is the update of the situation and it has gotten a lot of people talking. So apparently she has given birth. Adriana, if you don't know the story, I covered the story initially a couple of months ago, but now this is the nurse from Georgia, from the state of Georgia. I think she's from Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. I think she had blood clots in her brain after she went to the hospital complaining of having serious migraine. She wasn't paying too much attention to, and then she had blood clots on her brain, and then she fell into coma and went brain dead. And at the time this happened, when she went brain dead, she was 6 weeks pregnant. And because of the abortion laws and life laws in Georgia anyway, they kept her on life support and just so that she can have the baby. And this struck a universal conversation where everybody was having the conversation like they don't have the right to do this to her because she's dead, she's gone, she can have this child. But the medical system in the US and in Georgia state has kept her body. Even our family members have come to speak about this, talking about how they don't have the right to do anything about this, and even though they don't want her to be on life support and to carry this baby to full term, they're not allowing her. So now the update is that they did a C-section on her to bring the child out. And later on this week, her family will be saying their goodbyes to her, where they're going to unplug her from the machine. And this has struck an entire conversation that has gotten people talking and angry. So especially women. So let's go check out people's reaction to her giving birth and the state of law, how the Black women are being used as experiments. Let's go check out this video and then we'll come back and talk more.
Hey everyone, we have a critical update on the Adriana Smith case. So as a reminder, Adriana, a nurse from Georgia, was declared brain dead in February while 8 weeks pregnant. On June 13th, her son named Chance was born via emergency C-section. He weighed just over 1 pound and is now in the NICU. Her family is preparing to say goodbye to Adriana this week. But here's the ethical crisis. Her family says that they were told the hospital had to keep Adriana on life support due to Georgia's abortion law, House Bill 481. That's false. The law does not require life support after brain death. Even the Georgia Attorney General clarified that removing life support is not considered abortion. Still, the hospital kept her on machines for 4 months. Her family had no legal say, no chance to advocate for her values or wishes. That's a fundamental violation of informed consent and medical ethics. And here's something that hasn't been talked about enough, right? The medications used to preserve Adriana's body likely harmed the fetus. Vasopressors, corticosteroids, sedation, and hormonal support can cause placenta insufficiency, impaired growth, brain bleeds, or long-term neurodevelopmental issues, especially in extreme prematurity. This baby was fighting before he was even born. This wasn't just about keeping Adriana's body alive. It was about forcing her body to become a vessel for a potential life without her consent and at a great risk to that very life. A 7-year-old boy now has to grow up without his mother. Her newborn son may face lifelong complications, and her mother is left saying, quote, "We should have had a choice," end quote. This case is what happens when vague, overly broad laws are weaponized against families, especially Black women. We have to do better legally, ethically, and medically.
Adriana Smith delivery proves that not only are Black women the blueprint, but they are the experiment as well. There have been other documented attempts of women who were on life support carrying their baby to term. However, information as to what race they were, what the details are, were not disclosed. So, according to Google, she is the first mother to carry a baby to birth via cesarean C-section. And not only does the family have to say their goodbyes to Adriana Smith, but they also have to welcome a 1-pound baby that's in the NICU. And they also have to worry about the baby's health. The baby's name is Chance. They stated that the baby is expected to be, quote unquote, okay. But we really don't know. And they're not giving much detail. It's just an unfortunate situation. It's, again, just proving that they love to experiment on us. And this is one of the ways they do it. Because this was wholeheartedly an experiment and just a way for Georgia to enforce their abortion law, because they don't care about that child. They didn't care about Adriana. They don't care about that child. And as the child grows and the family needs assistance taking care of whatever needs that baby will have, people will complain because it's their tax dollars. And you need to do this and you need to work harder. If you have to work 4 jobs, get 4 jobs. Even though the circumstances were against the family, they had no say. They don't care financially how this baby is taken care of. They don't care about the baby's health. They only care about enforcing the Georgia abortion law, and that is it.
To make a point.
Stop saying she delivered a baby! She didn't deliver shit! She that out of her! She was literally rotting! That's why the baby's 3 months early! Because her body was literally... She's not alive! And stop using that picture of her in a blue dress! That was her first baby!
Adriana Smith was opened today via cesarean section to retrieve the fetus that was being hosted in her. And according to the grandmother, the baby could possibly not walk, be blind, and have many other medical complications. It is currently in the NICU, and they are going to dispose of her body now that it has done its job, now that the incubated fetus is now breathing. She no longer gets to. If that doesn't make you sick, don't call yourself no Christian. That's horrible.
I know Sabrina Carpenter and Doja Cat and whatever else were all the hot topics of the moment. Like, that is all my page will literally let me post about. But in case you haven't heard, Adriana Smith, the black woman in Georgia being used as a human incubator, has given birth. The baby was delivered via C-section on Friday the 13th. He is currently 1 pound and 13 ounces. He's currently in the NICU fighting for his life, although people are optimistic. Adriana Smith's family has decided to end life support today, Tuesday the 17th. Amidst all the other conversations about women's art and how much of our body can we show and how much are we kink shaming and blah, 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 this is the reality for women in the United States right now. This complete stripping of our bodily autonomy in life and in death. And I know it might feel like a reach to try and bring all of those things together at once, but that is the reality of the current situation that we're living in. This is what reality looks like, and nothing exists in a vacuum. So if you're trying to keep up with the pop culture drama, what do women owe to other people and to culture and politics? I just want you to remember the reality of what's happening right now. Adriana Smith was declared brain dead in February after she was let down horrifically by the medical system in Georgia. But because of their heartbeat bill, she was kept alive on life support until the fetus was viable, and she delivered via C-section recently. This sets the precedent that if a woman is pregnant, she has no right to her body in life or in death. And I can't stress enough, this cannot slide under the radar while we talk about other things. If you can, support the family, support termination funds, support whatever you can, however you can. Even if it's just engaging with content like this and leaving some words that might help other people see this so that we all at least know what's happening. Yeah, pop culture, art, and theoretical conversations about feminism are much easier to digest than the reality, but we also have to remember the reality that we live in.
Sure.
So the woman who's been brain dead for 3 months finally had the baby. And I'm just sitting here thinking about how this grandmother is having to bury her grandchild and also try to celebrate life at the same time. Like, I could not imagine being in her shoes right now. And if you're not familiar with the story, just to put some respect on her name, it's Nurse Adriana Smith, okay? who went to the hospital because she was having headaches. They ended up giving her medicine. Come to find out, they missed it. Okay, let's start there. They missed it. And she was having blood clots on her brain by the time everything happened. Because of the no abortion laws, couldn't pull the plug, had to put her on life support. She was put on life support so the baby could develop more before the birth. And the baby was born at 1 pound, 13 ounces, I believe. I just pray for that family's mental stability, and I hope that somehow, some way, they get some type of justice for what happened to that woman. It will never be right in my eyes. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This was so inhumane to me. It's like they treated that woman solely as a vessel. And I will never in my life forget this lady's story, ever.
Adriana Smith did not give birth today because she is that person cannot give birth. They got that baby from her. That's what happened. And I'm going to sound so cruel when I say this, but I really hope that does not make it. Because imagine what will happen if our government realizes that they don't need a live woman to have a healthy baby. Mind you, she was only 8 weeks pregnant when she died. She wasn't even done with the first trimester. Do you guys understand just how quickly the human body starts to decompose? Do you know how much effort it takes to keep the body from breaking down? And they kept her like that for 4 months. Human body starts to decompose after days of being. They kept her alive for 4 months just so she can be a human incubator like an animal. I don't think you guys understand. We're literally seeing the beginning of the normalization of legalized medical. Living in a world where the government can legally keep your alive to keep you from decomposing, also you can have a baby. And that doesn't sound like eugenics at all.
The baby was just excavated from Adriana Smith's body. Adriana Smith, the black woman in Georgia who got 6 weeks pregnant, and then due to medical negligence, and then was kept as an incubator against her will, against her family's will, just had her baby excavated from her body. And now he is in intensive natal care. So, what does it mean to be grown in a body and to be born excavated of a body? And also, you know what this means for the future of all women. The American medical system has always used black people and black bodies as medical experiments, and this is offensive and degrading and a terror to Adriana Smith's personhood and who she was. She was a mother, she was a nurse, she was a friend, she was loved, and she has been and degraded, and her body has been experimented on. This will change the trajectory of reproductive rights in America. Please talk about this. Please be angry. Her family's GoFundMe is in my bio. Her family has to pay her medical bills after all of this. Her being inside of an incubator, all of the technology that was used for that, excavating the baby, keeping the baby alive. Her family has to pay all of this in medical bills that they did not consent to.
You mean to tell me I could be brain and I will still have to deliver a baby? Are you kidding me? Adriana Smith has been brain since February. You know what month we in right now? We are in June. They made her carry her baby with the brain body, knowing that she couldn't even push that baby out, knowing that they were going to have to cut her open, and still proceeded with giving birth to the child. It's not even C-section at this point. I'm calling it birth by autopsy because she's been the only thing that's been keeping her alive is those goddamn machines. And it's so crazy because it's not even no sympathy of the doctors. Like, at the end of the day, that is not human. That is not human at all, bro. I don't care. Anybody out here who's justifying that is wrong, bro. You're going to hear something. You're not even letting the body rest. You're using it to take control of a situation all because of laws. Are you Kidding me? Laws? This woman she's been gone. It's so crazy how all of this could have been preventable if they listened to her the first time about when she went to the doctor about what it is she had going on. If they listened to her and took action right there and then, she could have still been alive to this day, still carrying her baby in her stomach and still continue on with this pregnancy. They talking about they couldn't wait to have her have the C-section later on because they needed to do an emergency delivery. For what? So sad how we don't have control of our own bodies even after we die. Even like the parents couldn't even take like control of the situation because of the laws. Oh my God, I would hate to live in Atlanta. I swear to God, you're gonna have to kill me before you think I'm about to deliver a baby while being only thing keeping me alive is machines. Yeah, okay.
This story is really, really crazy. Let me know what you think about the story and the update that is on. Let me know your own take down in the comment section. You guys know how we do it. We're here for conversation. And we don't have to, okay, we're allowed to disagree. Just go ahead and share your thought. But yeah, I feel like everything I'm supposed to say, a lot of these creators already said it. This is so, and for me, it is scary to see that this is a thing that is possible. As a woman, you don't have that control over your body anymore. And when we talk about human rights, women owning the right to their body, the Wolf Bureau and all that, a lot of time people think that, oh, as women, especially black women in the US, will they are overreacting. It's not that bad. You can't just, oh, all life for life. But this is just one of the most sickening things that just open the eyes to it, to like, you know what. And I, as a woman in Africa, I need to really like amplify this type of conversation, because one thing I've said it a couple of times, usually the madness starts from US, and then before you know, it's trickling down to the rest part of the world, especially in Africa, especially in a country like Nigeria that is so westernized and so always compare themselves with what's going on in America. Oh, we should be like that and all that. That just make it even scary that as a woman, even as a dead woman, you don't have control over your body, and you don't have control over your family, don't even have control over you. In Nigeria, even in the USA, some states are still doing that. In Nigeria, getting an abortion is not legal. Like, you can go to jail as an hospital as a doctor if you're found to do that. So that's also already a clause in our constitution, in our system, for anything like this to even come and trickles down. My heart really goes out to this woman, because she's gone. Like everybody has said, people saying that she gave birth. She did not give birth. They brought the baby out of her. She's gone for months. And the fact that they allowed the family to live through that's knowing that she's not going to make it, and they can't put her to rest for months. For me, I can only imagine the mental, the psychological damage it has done and trauma it has caused to this family, and even to a child, because she has a child. And all this could have easily been prevented if the so-called health system that is looking out for this baby had taken care of her, had looked after her properly in the first place when she went to the hospital. My heart goes out to the family. My heart goes out to the American women. My heart goes out to black women, because the truth is that as black people, especially as black women, have this conversation, I just feel like the entire world don't regard us, and we are the butt of the joke. We are the butt of the experiment. Our life is not valuable. They feel like they can do anything to us just because we are black women. And it's really so sad that this is just the reality of being a black woman. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. Go and share this video. It's very important to keep having conversations like this. Maybe something can happen. And please give the video a thumbs up. It helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see. And that'll be you supporting this channel and me, and even making more people more aware. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.